And now I want to introduce a person who probably doesn't even know the claim that he may stake, as you may have heard, because of a vacancy and also not a clear succession. I appointed a lieutenant governor last week. And I pointed out that the reason basically was that since there was no lieutenant governor and it was not really clear which senator was the president of the Senate, it would be very difficult for this state if I became incapacitated. But I would like you to know that when I was serving as lieutenant governor, whenever I couldn't be there, it was Senator Joseph Griffo that took my place, presiding over the Senate. So I think he would have a claim to the executive branch as much as anybody else there and would serve probably better than all of them. I used to tell him, look, can you take my place? I'm going to be out for a while. And he'd say, well, how long are you going to be in? I'm going to be about an hour. But one day, March 17th of 2008, I came in and I said, look, can you take my place? And he said, how long are you going to be? And I told him, forever. So thank you, Senator Griffo, for being here. There's a very dynamic and brave county executive of Oneida who I've worked with a lot over my short term, Tony Pacenti. Thank you for coming, Mr. County Executive. The mayor of Utica, David Raffaero, is here this morning. The mayor of Rome, Jim Brown, and the town supervisor, Brian Scala, is here as well. So thank you, all of you, for being here today. And now, if you like, I will tell you who they are backwards. But the speaker was right on the money when he talked about the tremendous economic upheaval that we are facing. Thousands of people out of jobs, many companies basically being diminished by the invisible hand of the market. And if we have learned one lesson from this, it is that in the 21st century, our economy cannot rely on the products and practices that we have used in the 20th century. Utica, for instance, was a huge manufacturing hub. Now the employment rate in Utica has risen over 7%. The unemployment rate in the town of Marcy is 7.3%. And we are finding that we're going to have to adopt some new methods to flourish in the new economy. And Utica will, after having been displaced by foreign investment and frozen credit, the fact is that Utica can be made whole again, as can other regions of the state. New York State has always been in the vanguard of economic development and innovation over the past few centuries, and this is the reason that we need to take that leadership in this country again. And this is why the dedication to acting in the new economy is one of my top priorities. That's why I'm announcing today $92.5 million to be invested in advanced technology, $27.5 million to be leveraged right here in order to establish what would be interregional, multi-university centers of advanced technology. And so, right here in Marcy, we will see the beginning of the construction of this new facility, which is made possible through the 2008-2009 budget and the tremendous input of the speaker, who in my first meeting with him as governor pointed out that he wanted this facility to be placed in Utica, and as he put it, that others were trying to move it someplace else, but he wanted it here in Utica. And it was only today that I realized he's just trying to pay you all back because Utica Tool made his father a rich man. And so, as he pointed out, there will be a high-end clean room here which will allow so many of the students the cutting-edge technology that they will need to practice nanoscience. And further, there will be a collaboration so that they can share their research and their lab techniques with the students and scientists of the College of Nanoscale and Science and Engineering in Albany, which is one of the great advanced technology facilities that we have in this country. In addition, because of this effort, we will create 475 jobs as a short-term stimulus, but this will be on the way as we build a path brick by brick to what will be a long-term prosperity. The assembly itself dedicated $15 million to be split between SUNY IT and Nanotech in Albany in order to establish workforce development to individuals who are from areas that have not been extended that opportunity. And this, combined with a collaborative computer hybrid integrated partnership, will be a tremendous innovation. And when the Assembly gives $15 million, you should know that that is about 18% of the amount of money that they could give all told, and they're putting it right here and in Albany in these two outstanding technology facilities. Now this is really what I wanted to do when I announced on June 8th that we are going to take our rightful place in the entrepreneurship of the future and build a new technological economy. And in order to do that, we're going to have to use the same kind of creativity that our foreparents did when, in the mid-19th century, they took New York to first place among the states in economic development, and that's how New York became the great empire state. Right now, for instance, we notified the federal government that if we were able to receive any grants for advanced battery technology, that we would supplement them with 10% of our own resources. When they gave out the grants this year for advanced battery technology research, they gave $180 million. New York got $95 million, 54% of all the money that was doled out, because the feds knew we would supplement it with 10% by 10% with our own resources. So now New York has moved to the head of developing the plug-in hybrid electronic vehicle, which would replenish the economy, whichever state gets there first, for years to come. And this is the same thing we're doing right here with this great facility that we're building. I like to think that upstate New York is really the catalyst for the Northeast corridor of nanotechnology. And with continued investment and retraining of our workforce, we will move to the head of the class. And New York will once again be the place that everybody else comes to, not only for research and technology, but for jobs and to operate businesses. So thank you very much, and I can't thank all of you enough for coming and joining this in this epic moment today. Thank you very much.